Dennis, the excitement levels now must be feeling a bit real. How's camp going? Mood camp?
Yeah, it's there's definitely huge excitement, and they're buzzing. Girls are buzzing now, so we've done the bulk of work already this week now. So it's just about going out there and performing on Saturday. So it's an exciting group to be in. So we're excited as well for the occasion.
Is it tough to keep emotions in check with a big game like this and the opening up to Six Nations?
It can be, but we've spoken about this, and I think players, was it on Monday, players spoke about that emotion and what that feeling, I suppose, of walking out into getting off the bus and going into Twickenham and how they felt, and they've shared experience, but they've grown from that. They're a lot more, I suppose, experienced now. We've had big occasions in the World Cup, so and we've built on that. So it's we're not really worried about that. We're more so focused on what we're going to do on the pitch.
There's plenty of players in that fourth pack now that are playing the rugby in the Premiership. There's 3 of the 6 front row of Glasgow Hartpury last weekend are Irish. So that kind of cohort there. Do you feel that in camp, that experience coming through?
Yeah, it definitely helps. They played a huge amount of rugby over there, which is good. They'd have experienced it. Having played against these English props as well and front rows as well is important. But as I've said to them as well, it's making sure that we're doing our thing. We do Ireland, and what we do here is important to us, and making sure we get what we want to get right before we even take on information of what they're going to do. We can't plan for what they're going to do. We don't know who's going to play, so it's making sure that we put our own stamp in from that set piece point of view and get our drill right, and then we take it forward on Saturday.
What does that stamp look like?
Stamp looks like making sure that we're very connected. We stay in a fight, and we don't allow the manipulators to make mistakes and what happened last year. So we've worked on that. We've addressed that. It's still hurting. So but we've grown from that, and as you've seen in those World Cup games, we're quite a competent and aggressive scrum. So it's making sure that we deliver that on Saturday.
Finally, for me, Niamh O'Dowd last year was talking about you packing down some scrums in training. Are you still doing that?
I actually did it yesterday, so it's actually that's why I wasn't doing much on pitch. So I did it. Yeah, I did a bit yesterday with them, which is important. But I only did 4. I'm reducing my reps now at this stage because the body just doesn't allow it. But look, that was important. They just to trying to, I suppose, prep them as much as we can. But obviously with England, they're quite a big pack and an experienced pack. So just giving them different pictures and making sure, and it's good for me as well to get a feel for what they're trying to do as well. So but I don't know how much more I can do that. So and I've said that to them, but we'll see.
Cheers.
No worries.
What areas do you think Ireland can really put England under pressure, and especially up front?
I think, when you look back at the Cork game, it's even from my area, and the scrum hurt us that day, and we spoke about that, and we owned that, and I own that, and it's making sure we don't make those same mistakes of getting a yellow card, and I think it was 5 penalties as well, and it just gives them entries and kind of lets them off the hook at time, and we can't do that against big teams and top teams. So it's that's one area we spoke about, and we can't allow that to happen. And obviously then it's when we do get our entries and when we get our chances in terms of mauls and stuff, we need to start turning them over and making them into tries. So and then when we get close to line, we need to finish opportunities. So we won't get a lot of opportunities against this team. So it's making sure we capitalise on that.
And there's already 70,000 tickets sold. It must be really excited. Do you think the 4th pack really take a lot of energy? Because hopefully there'll be a lot of Irish fans from there. So you think they'll get energy from the crowd?
100%. They're really excited. When you hear that, I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant for the whole game, and it's really exciting for women's rugby. The players are so excited about it, and like that, I don't think they're going to be fazed by it. They'll just be excited. They'll take it all in. It's really important that they do take it all in, and they will. They'll get energy from this. But I've spoken about them as well at certain times, and especially at scrum time and set piece. Is making sure that you're zoning in on the job at hand and your job. So it's taking that all away. And we've done a bit of work on that of making sure that we're on job and having no distractions.
Perfect. I just have one question. Dorothy and Sam in particular is leading the way in PWR for line-out steals. Dorothy is up there for line-out wins and line-out steals. Is the line-out something that we can really kind of capitalise on in the next few weeks?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's great that, with Al coming in and he's putting his own stamp on the line-out with different combinations and, different ways of doing things. So I think they've trained really well this week on that, and it's really important as well as that we have experienced players like that of Sam and Darrow and having obviously played in the PWR, and they're doing it over there. So it's look, they're experienced. They've trained really well, and we hope that we can transfer that over onto the pitch now on Saturday.